What's up, guys? Thank you for checking out my channel. It has officially been day 18. Yeah, 18. Day 18 of Canada's quarantine from the coronavirus, and I'm not gonna lie, I haven't really done much. Like, I got a couple wins on Fortnite. I did like 20 push-ups, so I decided to make this video, and I called it Quarantine Photography. And even though it's called that, it's basically just home photography. But without further ado, let's get into the video. Wait, before we get into the video, I'm gonna need some coffee. So that looked like a Peter McKinnon video there. Shout out to Peter McKinnon, by the way. So anyway, for today, we're gonna be exploring 3 photography ideas that I had. Things, that you can try at home. We're gonna be using some props, and most of the models will probably be me, not gonna lie. I don't really have access to models right now, so unfortunately, you're gonna have to put up with me, but hopefully the photos look good, and so, yeah. Anyway, now that that's all aside, roll that intro. I'm going to be using a basic salt lamp as my prop, and this is going to be a pretty low light photo, so I'm going to be using the Nikon 35mm f1.8 so I can take advantage of that wide aperture. Okay, so the first thing I had to do was basically just clear out my living room, and I did this at like 2 AM in the morning, and I live with like 6 people, so not the best timing, but whatever. I turned off all the lights and I put myself right in the middle of the frame. My camera doesn't have a very good autofocus, so I just use manual focus as well as a self-timer. Using a self-timer means a lot of patience, trial and error, but eventually you will get the shot. As far as the edit goes, I already had an idea for how I wanted the photo to look even before I actually shot it. I wanted a dark looking photo with the main focus of the photo being myself and the salt lamp. I added a bunch of individual dots using masks with the exposure all the way up. This adds a little bit more spice to the photo and a lot more element, making the photo overall better. For photo number 2, I'm going to be using a book as a prop, and for me, there's no better book to use than the greatest book of all. And as far as the lens goes, I'm going to be using the exact same 35mm f1.8. Okay, super last minute idea, but I wanted to add a little bit of smoke into this photo, just to, add a little bit of element and kind of spice it up a little bit. And the only way I can think of actually adding smoke is by vaping and kind of just, adding some smoke onto the photo. But fair warning, I don't condone, nor do I actually vape myself. I'm just going to be doing it for this sole purpose of adding some spice, just spicing up this photo a little bit. And by the way, this is my brother's, and yes, I have permission to use it, but I don't condone it. It's pretty gross in my opinion. Dude, focusing on this is going to be a pain. Man, I hope I don't get lung cancer because of this. Okay, so the process for this photo is basically the same. However, I do have a lot more window light to play with, and so the focusing was not as hard as the previous photo, and it took me a lot less attempts. I got the shot! Was it worth the possible lung cancer? I don't know. So for the prop, I'm going to be using this heart-shaped lamp, and yes, I'm basic, so I'm going to be using the 35mm once again. Okay, this is definitely going to fall off. You might be wondering to yourself, dude, this looks so ghetto. Are you sure if it's even safe? And well, no, and ghetto, yes, you're correct, but it's going to look good, I swear. The idea that I had for this photo is I wanted my hands to be around the lamp so it makes it look like I'm actually making the lamp float.
Focusing was a lot easier than I thought it would. I just set it to manual focus and it focused very well. I ended up using a side angle, which actually turned out a lot better than I thought it would. I started the edit by removing the stem of the lamp to get the heart shape by itself, and everything else, I didn't have to do much. The photo was already very well good looking right off camera. Alright, well there you guys go. Hopefully this inspired you to not let anything, especially something as small as just staying home, stop you from creating something. If you like this video, please go ahead and leave a like if you want to. But that's all for me. Thank you guys for watching this video. See you next time.